So when I'm not exercising, for some reason I need some type of stimulant all the time. I cannot sit in silence unless I have to like focus on something important, obviously, but I need some type of music playing. I can't operate without some type of music playing. And that honestly takes up a lot of my time trying to coordinate playlists. And then that kind of helps me move forward with completing other tasks. Like I'm at school. Quick little nice meal. I don't know what accent that was. That's what I do every day. Stare into the abyss. My average weekday. Obviously depends if I'm here or in New Hope, because I usually go back and forth to help my parents out, and sometimes I get really claustrophobic in this apartment. So if I'm in Philly though, and the weather's nice outside, I try to wake up at 10 to 11. I try not to sleep till noon, and then I want to get my run out of the way. I get back around close to 2, depending if I leave at 12 to 1. And then that takes about an hour. I do like a loop on the Schuylkill River Trail. And then I come back. I do like a body weight circuit. Sometimes running. I still have a lot of energy after running, and that wakes me up. I'm like a dog. I can't sit still. And then I shower, listen to music, jam out, procrastinate, and I try to get outside more because then it gets dark so goddamn early. So I want to be outside during the day, and then when it gets dark, I can just be indoors and then get homework done. Basically, try to read, turn off my phone. I try to watch a show, but my attention span is shot. So then I end up just scrolling on Twitter. That's it. So that's basically what just happens here. And then I try to see friends, but that sometimes everybody's lazy. I think it's easier to manipulate your schedule if need be, and if you had classes in person, like you would have to okay, I have to show up at this time in that place, and then this is more lenient because the world is in shambles. In terms of academics, I think it's harder because there's only so much you can do on a laptop and over Zoom. I feel like most other students feel that same way. So we're just in just a horrible rotation of Blackboard assignments. And then I remember I tried doing a women's gender studies class, but I dropped it during week 1 because she wanted us to do a group presentation and a group project. How the hell are you supposed to do a group project over a and you can't meet up with anybody? And it's just I don't know, see, that just stuff is counterintuitive in my opinion. So I think some people love working from home and doing this shit. It's also gets really repetitive. I mean, you go to college so you can go attend class, and now we're no, you can't because of a virus. So it's just it's really trying to find 1 to 2 things that might be positive about this experience, even though there's so many negative things about it. I don't want to say I spend most of the time on my phone because but what else is there to do, Or else, because you're always trying to coordinate things to do with your goddamn phone because you're trying to meet up with people, So it's if you turn off your phone, then you're kind of lost in the dark. I think if COVID wasn't a thing, basically, I would have more personal job opportunities in the television industry that I kind of got robbed of. And I feel very privileged to even say those words out loud, to be honest. And I've had a lot of medical issues happen over the summer. It's weird to think like, oh, maybe those weren't gonna happen during this time. It's really weird when I think about it a lot. If we're just gonna be shoved up to a different time. I don't know if stress like is correlated with that. So it's just weird how things play out, you know, because of certain other things and factors and blah, blah, blah. But basically I want to be socializing and hopefully with a part-time job and just not be in the apartment, like ever. This year has proven to be kind of a wake-up call to health and body issues. I first injured my foot in the spring, and then I couldn't do anything. Like even walking was painful. I fucked up it was my calf, which shot down to my foot arch. So it's like, how the fuck do you do that? Anyway, it was bad shoes for months. So it was built up. And then right when that started healing, I had like a week fine, like being cool and exercising, feeling like myself again. And then in the beginning of August, news is out, I have a vagina. So that's nothing. This shouldn't be anything new. But so I started bleeding randomly. And it just wasn't the time for it to be occurring, which kind of freaked me out, and it's never happened before, and wasn't on any contraceptive, nothing, you know. Sexual happened, so it was just really random, and this was during a time where I was really stressed out because we lost power, electricity, running water for like 2 days at our house, then we had to leave, and then we couldn't get out of town, and power was just out everywhere. So I think stress kind of helped accelerate this, but maybe it was always sitting there dormant. So I went to the ER, no answers, just throwing pain meds. Finally, after MRI, I was diagnosed with adenomyosis, which is where the uterine lining of the uterus grows into the muscular wall. So that's not good, that's not what's supposed to happen. So I saw so many gynecologists all in a month span, and most of them were men, and I was just poked and prodded at. It made me feel very violated on top of dealing with this pain. And I went to 2 ERs, and they're like, you look fine, there's nothing wrong. And I'm like, clearly there's something is. They thought I was just there to get drugs. Like they had to question my mom and I very intensely. It was so fucked up. And I was given morphine, and I take one Tylenol and pass the fuck out. On morphine, I was like, so it was a very, August fucking sucked, to be quite simple. And I just, your body just turns on you randomly. And I'm a healthy person. I rarely drink. I don't know, I'm a decent person. And so just to have this random thing occur, I still have PTSD from the pain, to be honest. It literally feels like birthing contractions. That I'm in labor, and I've never been pregnant, but I can't even imagine what it's like. So just knowing that this defunct organ is in me, I don't know, it's been a weird couple months. So after seeing many gynecologists and finally getting an MRI, thank God something showed up on the MRI, because the insurance company at first didn't even allow the MRI to go through, because they're like, oh, your other scan shows you looked healthy. This is our American health system. So my uterus, it's called focal adenomyosis. It's only one part of my uterus that is 1.6 centimeters larger than the rest of my uterus. That's a decent amount. So I saw a second gynecologist actually at Penn, because I didn't like what the first gynecologist said, and he kind of just threw me pills and said good luck. The second one, she actually drew it out for me and described exactly what was going on. I just liked how she approached it better, and we talked it out. I felt more listened to, and she said she was realistic with me, saying that this gets worse And I asked her, I'm like, have you ever seen this progressive for like, early 20s? She goes, no, it's very rare. So I was given a low dose of hormonal birth control. That was fine. So this was kind of a big thing for me to try because I was scared about weight gain and just feeling moody, blah, blah, blah. Right, I've been on it for 3 months and it's been fine. I get random spotting, so it's hard to know if it's from the birth control or if it's from, I call my uterus Medusa, because that's just more fun to say. It's definitely related to stress. Anytime I get stressed, I feel just the connection down there, which is really weird. So I think it's all related to the pituitary gland. But it's weird. And I don't think about it sometimes. Sometimes I feel nothing. And then other times I'm like, oh, that's still happening down there. So my coochie's just gone haywire.